the longer you take to just get to know each other,
the more reasons you guys might find
not to
get married.
Not to. And there are lots
Maybe
of...
that's it. Maybe. Right? You and I just started hanging out a lot.
Yeah.
I think so.
And then my dad gave you the third degree.
Was that in February?
Yeah, it wasn't that long after, because he knew I was talking to you, and so he had to check you to see who you were and what you were up to, what you were all about. Hi guys, this is Sarah and
Aaron.
Welcome back to another episode of The Jar. So welcome into 2019.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, we just celebrated our 15-year wedding anniversary, and we celebrated our 16 year of being together. Our 16 year of being together on the first. What was it, like New Year's Eve? What would you consider it to be? New Year's Eve?
Yeah, New Year's Eve. Yeah.
Or New Year's Day?
I would say New Year's Eve is when we met each other.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. And that's that. But yeah, we've been married 15 years, and so because of that, we decided to kind of do a little mini series, in the jar, but talking about, like, I don't know, different aspects of our marriage as we went through. So just sharing little things with you guys. What would you call it?
Just little details.
Little details,
right?
Exactly,
Yeah,
because we weren't on YouTube when, during those times. It was a long time ago.
A long time ago, guys. I don't think YouTube existed back then.
It didn't?
I don't think so.
Oh.
When we got married?
Probably not.
Probably not. I don't think so.
So.
Strange to think that I'm that old.
You are.
Anyway.
Really? You're 35. That's not that old. You won't insult people.
It's not that old.
But, yeah, so what was our first topic? We said this topic for today is going to be about our courting. What was it about?
I think you were talking about courtship and engagement and stuff.
Yeah, so that we're sharing our courtship and engagement, and I guess the little in-betweens, with you guys, because you guys we're just trying to tell our story. You guys don't quite know the ins and outs of certain things, because I kind of just posted things at random before, whereas now I can do a little bit better job of explaining things. So Aaron will tell you the rest. I'll throw it at you. So, in terms of courtship, we can start with that. I don't even know the definitive date. Do you know when we made it official?
I don't, but I know it must have been in like late January.
Yes.
Wasn't it?
Well, I mean, it was all of New Year's Eve that we met, and you called your girl a whole week later. And then it kind of took off from there. I think like maybe a week later, we started talking further and further.
Yeah, that's right.
So who said, did you officially ask me? Like, how did we know that we were officially courting at that point?
I didn't officially ask you. We just started hanging out.
You just kind of know?
Yeah. Right? You and I just started hanging out a lot.
Yeah.
I think so.
And then my dad gave you the third degree.
Was that in February?
Yeah, it wasn't that long after, because he knew I was talking to you, and so he had to check you to see who you were and what you were up to, what you were all about.
Wow, that sounds so early. I forgot all about that.
Yeah, you met him really.
I met your dad really early on.
Yeah.
It's kind of always the biggest thing, right? To meet the father.
Putting a face to this guy who called.
And you have no idea, right, what to expect.
Yeah.
Honestly, I have no idea what to expect.
What was your reaction when you met him? Do you remember what you did?
Yeah, we were sitting down on the couch, and your dad was asking me what I wanted to do with my life. Mm-hmm. And I didn't tell him I wanted to, be anything.
Didn't you knew what you wanted to be?
Yeah,
I think
knew
you
what
told
I
him you wanted to be an engineer then.
Yeah, I told him I wanted to be an engineer. And then your dad started asking me some questions.
Some science related questions.
Science related questions.
One of the questions was, what is the square root of pi?
No.
No. Or the carbon chain.
Yeah.
The carbon chain.
He was really interested in biology.
C6H12. Like, I was just like, oh my gosh.
I was like, oh,
Oh,
these kinds of questions are different.
yeah, my
than what I
dad
was expecting.
loves biology, so
So
that was
that was a fun time.
well, yeah, I think it was a good meeting. It went well. It went well.
I think your dad
And then yeah,
didn't think I was a bad guy.
No, he didn't.
I didn't know what your dad thought of me though.
And then courtship from then, I don't know. We did. What was it? We guess we kind of just like found time for each other, like after school, maybe.
Yeah, after school is when we would
try to hang out because I had to work. Your girl worked. What were you doing?
Well, I got sick actually in the spring.
Oh yeah, was
really
it the
sick.
same year? Yes, it was.
I was really sick.
Oh my gosh, I forgot.
I had mono, guys.
Shortly after he got mono.
And I got mono because I was sharing drinks with people. Which is really a terrible habit.
That is like one of my biggest pet peeves. Like,
I know.
It's so gross.
It is really gross, guys. Not gonna deny it.
But then he had it, and it was debilitating. Like
I had it like an acute case of mono. Like I've never.
I think you were even more sick than with your kidney stone, for real. Like your kidney stone was like an initial thing.
Yeah.
And then it got taken care of.
Yeah.
But when you were ill with mono, it went on you were sick for like a whole month. It seemed.
I was sick for a whole
month.
month.
And you were in pain, and
I couldn't sleep.
Yeah.
It was really, really bad.
And I nursed him. I took him.
She did. I was really surprised that she nursed me because I was like, I'm sick.
And I just met you not that long ago.
And I'm really
and I'm
sick.
like taking care of you in like all these ways.
I know, and I was really sick, guys.
I think I wiped your bum.
I'm
pretty sure. The nurse didn't.
And my goodness, guys, I don't think I've ever had that bad breath. My breath was horrible.
And you had these white things in your mouth.
I couldn't swallow.
Your mouth was so swollen. You had white.
My throat was so swollen that I couldn't swallow anything. Like it hurt to drink. And I kept spitting because I couldn't swallow it. And so it was actually absolutely horrible. Remember that?
It was, yeah.
It was horrible. I couldn't believe that she wanted to nurse me because I was guys, like
you're so weak.
I was so weak. I couldn't eat anything. I could barely drink.
Yeah. That was really rough.
Sick.
You were really sick.
So,
but
anyway, that's a couple months in. I wasn't going to school.
How you knew I was the one? She took care of me during this time.
Well, no, I thought you were the one before. But
how? You don't even know me.
Well, we're getting to know each other.
Okay.
Right? Was I gonna let a beautiful woman like yourself slip away?
Oh my gosh, Aaron, you can't love someone for beauty. And first,
No, you're right. You can't love someone for beauty. That is absolutely a rule. But she also was a wonderful person. So. Right?
Okay.
When you find both that often, you don't.
So what happened after that?
So yeah, with us courting, like we spent a lot of time. Like I wasn't hanging out with my friends anymore.
Well, you did. You did during school time. You did, yeah. You did during school time when you were supposed to be in school.
During school, yeah, I did.
That was bad.
But I spent a lot of I'd say 99% of my free time I wanted to spend with Sarah.
But bear in mind, you did stuff in between because I actually worked. So it was different because I worked a lot after school.
You were working a lot, and I think, did I start working a lot more?
You worked on the weekends when I met you. You
Yeah.
started working like full time I think after we had like Michaela.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
So, there wasn't a lot of hours where I was working, to be honest. Right? Yeah. The only hours that were available to me were weekends and like evening shifts that no one wanted.
Well, and you didn't even have to do that because I actually had, I drove. So I had car insurance that I had to pay for. I had gas that I had to pay for.
Guys, let me tell you, I didn't even have a driver's license. And she had a car. Think how embarrassing that is. It's the exact reverse. But I was so excited.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
I was like, wow. You have a car?
Mind you, my car wasn't anything special.
Wow.
It was a van.
In high school,
no one cared.
No one cared.
Except those Gino guys that were like obsessed with their cars. Right?
Those guys are still obsessed with cars to this day.
Yeah. I was
Anyway.
driving like my parents' minivan, which they basically like gave to me to drive to school, which was awesome, but I had to pay for, like, you know, you pay for insurance and gas, which was a
Yeah.
great sense of responsibility. I appreciate that. But I had to work to get it, right?
That's true, yeah. You did.
So-
Yeah, you worked hard.
One of my fondest memories of us like dating is when you walked, I was like working in the deli and you walked up with that Subway. You surprised me because I didn't know you were coming. Do you remember that?
I remember that, yeah.
And what did you
It
bring
was a
me?
snowstorm, and I brought you
Yeah,
a car.
it was a
car.
snowstorm. How did you get there? You walked?
I asked a friend to drive me. I couldn't walk. Oh no, I would have died.
No, it wasn't a card. It was a letter.
Well, it was a letter, yeah, that I made.
And then you had like you drew a world on the front.
Yeah.
It was really cute.
Yeah, it's pretty cute, yeah.
Yeah, that
Do you
was
still
nice.
have it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was sweet.
yeah.
I think your mom saw.
Because I wanted to see you,
Yeah.
but it was a snowstorm. It was really bad.
We had some really crazy experiences too, because we had a blackout that we
Yeah,
experienced together.
That's right. The huge East Coast blackout.
Yeah, and
That was in 2003, right? It
yeah,
Yeah.
we had power. We had power outage for a series of days, right?
was like 2 days.
It was
Yeah.
like 2 days. So, but overall, yeah, our courting went on. I don't know until when I discovered that I was pregnant.
Yeah, until you found out that you were pregnant.
That's
that
a
same
whole different story.
during the blackout.
Yeah, was it really?
Yeah, that same day
Oh my gosh.
on the blackout. We
How
found
did-
out.
How did you know? How did we find out? Oh yeah, I went to the clinic.
Yeah, and
Okay.
then we found out. And then it was the blackout, and we were like, wow. I guess we have time to think about this, because,
Yeah,
right? No one's doing anything right now.
that's true.
So,
So, yeah, and then from then on, like, I guess that's when things got kind of, I don't know, I would say rockier. We had some moments in there, but we had, like, bigger things to worry about now. Especially, I feel like for me, I just had a different perception of things, and I was just like, oh, okay, now, like, my whole life's gonna change. Oh my gosh, I gotta do this and do that. And I didn't see, like, this working.
you didn't. I know you didn't.
Well,
I know you didn't. Well, I started school. I started going to university in September, and that just added on to it, right? Because I had to go to school, I had to make that transition, and then you were going to college.
yes. Oh yeah,
You're going to
I totally
nursing.
forgot. Yeah, I was already going to college, and oh my gosh, that's like a whole different can of worms. I'll talk about that in a different
I
segment.
forgot all about that,
but
but you were doing that.
that was hard actually.
And then you
because
had
I was really-
doctor's appointments.
I was really sick. I think that was like the pregnancy that I was sick the most.
She was really sick, guys, with morning sickness. And
Yeah.
it's not even a morning sickness when it was like that.
No.
Because you were sick throughout the day. You couldn't eat.
No, yeah.
It was really bad. And on top of that, like,
Going to school.
and
going to work because I still work.
we still hadn't told our parents.
Yeah.
So
So that was hard.
that was hard.
But then after, like, I feel like and when we spoke to my parents, that's when everything changed. And it was just, like, out in the open. A lot of weight lifted off my chest. Right?
But before that is when I asked you to marry
Oh,
me.
yeah, I forgot. I forgot. Oh, God.
But she was
Oh,
really
yeah.
sick, guys.
So, okay, so yeah, somewhere in between there. No, somewhere in between there, even before that, you gave me a promise ring. You gave me a promise ring at, like, 3 months, I think.
Yeah. It
And I was
really-
like, huh? Why are you giving me a promise ring?
it was really early.
What are you promising?
Yeah.
This is like 3 months, and then you gave me. The funny thing is, you gave me the promise ring before I was pregnant, like right 3 months, and then you gave me. Then you proposed at like. What,
It was like in September.
7 months.
It was after
July,
August.
So 8 months.
8 months, yeah.
8 months in, he proposed. Yeah. And I don't know.
I think you were sick by then. Like, you were not feeling well at that time.
No, I wasn't. But we were at your house, and
Yeah.
you asked.
And I don't think you said yes.
I did. I think I was just like I don't know, I was in the moment. I was just trying to, I don't know, I think felt surreal.
I think it felt surreal for her.
I mean,
I didn't think she believed me.
I think that was the thing.
I think that's the thing. That you were like,
this is all so fast.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you wanted to marry me.
That's not true. It's just that I'm saying, like, for me, I was already going through my own struggles. My concerns were...
Your parents?
No, but I need... Even like that, I'm like, I don't want to, like, make you feel trapped or anything like that. I was concerned about your end, too.
Yeah, you were thinking...
I was thinking about you.
I was going to be trapped.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, and just thinking all these things. And so... That's where my head was, I think.
Well, I love you.
Aww.
And, I knew that I wanted us to be together.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's sweet.
Absolutely.
I love you too. I can see more. That's very sweet.
So.
I guess now your lips are going to be brown. But yeah. So that's how that went. And then, I don't know, from then on, we'll do the wedding planning series following this video, so we can talk more about how that went. But from then on, like I don't know, we were proposing.
I think once, the proposal.
We were engaged for what? We were engaged for almost like half a year before we got married.
Yeah.
And that was actually good timing. I think a lot of, I don't say a lot of pastors, but isn't that like recommended? Like if you get married within the first year, they say you have a greater chance of surviving.
That's apparently, that's what they say, is that if you get married within the year of meeting, dating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's
I guess if you don't prolong it, like if you're going to be together, you commit to each other.
Yeah, because I feel like, I guess, the longer you take to just get to know each other,
the more reasons you guys might find
not to get married. And there are lots
Maybe that's it. Maybe. Well, I guess we'll just stop there. But we'll say that being engaged, it was a lot easier to tell our parents about our pregnancy.
Yes.
Because if you're... Because that was like the first question your dad asked me. What's your
plans?
Yeah, what are your plans? Yeah.
For my daughter.
And I had an answer. If I didn't have an answer, that would have been different, I think.
Yeah.
Right?
I think so for sure.
I think so for sure, yeah.
Oh.
Reassurance.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, because that's big news, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So, I mean, that's our little backstory. I don't know, there's lots of little in-betweens.
Lots of in-betweens, guys. Lots of stories in between.
That's a long...
Our prom.
We'll share that in another video.
That was a crazy story. Crazy story. Yeah. We've had some really interesting... Yeah, we've had an interesting life.
Yes.
Right,
So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more and learn more about, the videos in this series, stay tuned for the next part where we talk about our wedding story and just our planning. Also, keep in mind that we do have no, I was going to say a wedding story up, but I don't know if we do. So I guess this is probably where you guys are going to learn about it.
Mm.
And if I can show like pictures and whatnot to help put it together.
I think your parents have it.
They have because when we got married, it was like VHS era. Everything wasn't so digital where you can just send and know. So that's why it's kind of hard to come by footage and stuff to put together to create a video for you guys. But we can always just do a mock ceremony.
Hey.
Do you want to marry me?
Yeah. We're
Okay, guys. Thanks so much for watching. And don't forget to like, comment, rate, and subscribe for more fun videos.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
You gotta press it.